Hello, YouTube. Welcome back to me trying to read every single lost episode creepypasta that I can get my hands on. Today, we're going to be reading a My Little Pony creepypasta. Now, I never really watched any My Little Pony episodes when I was growing up, and so I maintained a pretty neutral stance on My Little Pony, as I was pretty indifferent to the show. I know one of my cousins used to watch My Little Pony, but that was about it. I don't have a very good image of My Little Pony now, because, to make a long short about it, back when I graduated high school, I was invited to join an anime group that was a bit down on their luck. This person that was inviting me to join had let me know that this anime group on Facebook had just got raided by some trolls from 4chan. In their words, more so than mine, they really messed up the group. And when I joined, I saw exactly what I'm talking about. There was My Little Pony porn everywhere. It took me about 3 days after I asked the group's owner if I could be basically modded admin so that I could delete all of these images. It took me 3 days to clear them all out, and that kind of soiled all of my interest for My Little Pony, though I have recovered, I suppose you could say, from that experience for the most part. Luckily enough, creepypastas typically take My Little Pony and make them creepy, scary, versus sexualizing them, so I shouldn't have too much of an issue reading these My Little Pony stories, so that's always a plus. Well, without any further ado, I suppose we should just get into it. I'm going to be reading Sparkle. Any fan of the popular My Little Pony series will know about Twilight Sparkle, the main protagonist of the most recent and well-known version of the franchise. Depicted as a somewhat neurotic bookworm, Twilight Sparkle's whole theme was to find the magic of friendship. What many fans will not have heard of is Sparkle, a creature that at first appears to take the form of the famous pony, but is in reality something completely unrelated to the show. Unfathomable darkness that is somehow found a means to enter the innocence of a children's TV show and warp it to its will. Appearing only rarely, Sparkle is said to have glowing eyes that distinguishes her from the rest of the show. She also frequently breaks the fourth wall in a manner that is much darker than what would normally be allowed in the show. For example, when Sparkle manifests, viewers claim to stare into those glowing eyes as she utters sentences such as, "We're good friends. You're not alone. I see you." Although most dismiss these claims as hoaxes, jokes, or overactive imaginations, some people genuinely believe they have experienced some kind of supernatural phenomena, though they are often at a loss to explain it. Perhaps this is because the entity is known as Sparkle really cannot be explained by human minds. The very concept of a sentient being somehow managing to infiltrate a fictional show and taking on the form of an actual fictional cartoon character is seen as nothing short of insanity to a vast majority of modern society. Yet despite the mockery often received, those who believe in Sparkle do not waver, continually stating that they have seen the being. Lack of evidence coupled with a high percentage of mental health problems amongst the believers of Sparkle has further alienated them from most of the mainstream paranormal community. This particular writer believes that Sparkle is a concept rather than a real being. Sparkle cannot truly exist. Hi. She is likely the result of mental illness. I'm other abnormality of the Sparkle. Huh. Okay. That's it. Short, sweet, to the point. I want to give it a 3. Nothing invokes fear out of me. Definitely not. I mean, the shortness of it kind of harms it and saves it a little bit. The dismissal and seeming corruption of the document. It's a nice touch. I do love that denial and evidence kind of thing mixed in. I do love that kind of concept. But this leaves something to be desired. Well, let me know your thoughts, of course. And I suppose I'll see you next time. But it's bye-bye for now. Bye!